my confidence back then was here. Yeah. Now it went like, you delusional.
Hello everyone, I'm your host Alanized and welcome to another episode of Noche de Pendejadas. La semana pasada les traje una invitada chingona y esta semana no es una excepción. Please help me welcome my guest tonight, the baddest bitch, the one and only with the Beyonce body, Estevan Govea! Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Thank you.
I almost didn't get it right, you guys. Siempre que I get last names, I always get scared that I'm gonna butcher them. And esta vez no, you guys.
Everybody gets my name wrong. They usually call me different names, but I'm like, it's fine. As long as you guys say Govea or Esteban, it's fine with me.
As long as you're trying, right? Yeah. So aquí te tenemos. ¿Cómo estás? First of all, I just want to say how excited I am to have you here.
Thank you.
I've been following you ya años. I feel like we started following each other, I want to say, 3 years ago?
I think it's been 3 years ago.
Yes.
But I was always scared to I'm like, okay, I don't like to message people or anything like that because I'm like, it's always scary to message people and then for you to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you,
Yes.
You know? But yeah, we've been following each other for a long time and I really love your videos and everything.
Oh, thank you.
And then when you messaged me, I was like, okay, I think Alana me va a invitar to go eat a McBong. Pero no, quiere el chisme.
Quiere la entrevista, güey. No, but you know what's crazy? I'm exactly like how you are because yo también, no sé por qué, pero desde chiquito, siempre una pinche panocha to rejection. I always hated reaching out to people because I'm like, nah, they're gonna say no, or esto, otro. You guys have been requesting him so much, and I was like, you know what? Se los voy a cumplir, y aquí lo tenemos, you guys. Para todos ustedes, allá en casita, que no lo conocen, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over para que él nos diga un poquito más de quién es y qué hace.
So my name is Estevan Govea. I also go by Jocelyn. All I do is social media, vlogs, YouTube, TikTok. I do all of that. Y como yo siempre digo, la que es bella, la que no, que se opere.
I'm so excited to have you today. Yo quiero saber el chisme. Yo quiero saber the behind the scenes shit que uno a la vez no comparte because I feel like a lot of your content is always fun, laughing content. Y yo quiero saber más, amiga. Yo quiero saber everything. Para empezar con el chisme, how are you as a child? Quiero que me digas todo.
When I was growing up, we were very una familia very poor. We didn't have no social media or no phones or nothing. So it was very hard for me to grow up with my family porque my dad nos dejó desde que estábamos chiquitos and my mom had to do all the work.
Yeah.
And I was always there with my mom all the time, taking care of my 4 sisters, you know? And I would watch people do YouTube and do all this and I'm like, I kind of want to be not say famous, but I kind of want to get my name out there, my name for people to know who I am because people will always be like, you're so funny and you're so this. I'm like, I don't think I'm funny. I think, estoy pendeja. I feel like yo estoy pendeja. I don't consider myself as funny or anything like that. But I feel like people think because me being pendeja, it's funny.
Yeah.
It was very hard for us, especially for my mom, because she had to work 2 jobs. Y yo cuidaba a mis hermanas as I was really, really young. I didn't have no time for me to disfrutar, if you could say that, you know? Because I was always there for my mom, helping her out and everything, because obviously we didn't have nobody.
You're the oldest.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am the oldest.
He's you don't say that.
Oldest, but I feel like I'm the youngest of all of them. Because I'm like, no, estas they're acting like they're old, married.
Ya son señoras.
Ya son señoras. Yo no, yo aquí estoy todavía joven, okay? I started doing social media because wait, hold up. I didn't do social media. I was not going to do social media like that. Mm-hmm. I did the first video that I ever uploaded was because my family will always be like, oh, just because your mom is a single mom, tus hijas todas van a salir embarazadas when they're young, tus hijos no do nothing in life or whatever, you know? So I'm like, and I was so tired that all my family would be like that. So I told my sister Selena, I was like, you know what, Selena, let's do a video and let's post it on Facebook and let's say that you're pregnant. And I recorded that video and Selena's like, are you sure you're gonna post it? I'm like, yes, let's post it. But I was only posting it for my family, okay? For my tias and everything. So I post the video, it goes on, I go to sleep. Because I sleep a lot. But.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't know.
I sleep a lot if you didn't know. I woke up and then the video had like, I only had like 90 friends on Facebook. The video had like 1,000 likes and like comments. And every time I will refresh it, will go up and up. And I'm like,
you're like, I don't have this many family.
I'm like, yeah, I only have like 3 or 4 tias. Like, you know, that most, I'm like, wait, where is these people coming from? So that's how it happened. And then I was like, people will be like, you need to start YouTube. You need to do this. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to start YouTube. I don't want to do all this because it was just a joke.
Yeah.
I took it as a joke, you know? Pero así empezó.
Cuando a veces uno menos lo quiere es cuando le pasan las cosas.
Yes.
Y así te pasó a ti. That video goes viral. ¿Y en qué momento dices tú, sabes qué? A lo mejor le voy a hacer caso a la gente y me voy a dedicar a esto.
And I was like, okay, let me do one more video. And the other video goes good. I'll try to stick to what people are doing, cause you know. So I started doing. I did a second video, and that video is the one that blew up. Like it got like a lot and everything. I'm like, no, like me inside, I'm like, no, this is not true. Like this is not happening. And it started going good. So ever since then, I started keep posting and everything, and it went really good.
So you've been doing social media ya cuántos años?
I've been doing social media not 4 years. I've been doing social media for 10 years already.
That is crazy. It's so crazy and it's so mind-blowing to me that you've been literally like, you're an OG when it comes to YouTube, because I feel like you started off on Facebook and, you know, on social media, yo pienso que uno tiene que, okay, empieza aquí, pero no nomás te puede quedar ahí. Tienes que cruzar it. How did you start posting on YouTube too? Because I feel like right now that's where your biggest platform is.
Yeah, right now YouTube is the one that I post more, but before it was Facebook. But I used to post on Facebook a lot. Like I would post like mostly every single day and everything, and then I'm like, no, like Facebook is taking over me, you know? So I was like, I was scared because I was like, no, but it started going good and everything. And at first I was scared to what people were going to say and do all this because back then, everybody knew that I was like, I'm gay, you know, and everything. But it was scary because at that time, like 10 years ago, it was not the same as right now. I feel like right now, everybody takes it as it's okay. Like, but back then it wasn't. Back then it was very like, you're gay, you this, you talk like a girl, you do makeup, you do. It was, you were doing everything wrong.
Yes.
So now I feel like if you see a guy or anybody out there with makeup, it was like, ooh, like, and everything. And back then for me, if I would wear just little makeup, everybody would be like,
what are you doing?
Makeup is for girls, you know?
Period.
And
it's
I would
crazy.
be like, I know, but
you're like, I'm still gonna wear it.
I'm still gonna wear it.
It's so crazy because like, ¿cómo es el tiempo, verdad? Porque even 10 years ago, if you really think about it, it's a long time. Pero a veces uno dice, it's really not that long. You know what I mean? Because it's true what you were saying. I probably started wearing makeup when I was 16, 15 maybe, and now I'm about to be 25. And at the time, I mean, hasta me daba pena. Because los stares that you would get, I remember I used to take the public bus before, and whenever I would wear makeup, and it wasn't even exagerado como me pinto ahora. It was literally just your little brows, a little bit of concealer. Te miraba la gente como que si eras un pinche criminal.
Yeah, like they're like, what are they doing? Like, like, and it would be so weird, but I feel like now people are more like, how do you say, acceptance? Yeah. So back then it was harder, but now I'm like, I wish I would have came out like really right now, you know?
Do you think the time changes and just how people think over the years has made you like be more accepting of yourself and just made you more confident?
You know what? I was always very confident because I feel like my body says that I'm a 4 extra large, but my mind says that I'm extra small. So I always had the confidence to wear whatever I wanted and to do whatever I want because I'm the type of person that do not follow no rules.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I was like, no, I need to do something. I need to do like something that I want to do and I feel comfortable doing, you know? Because I hate following rules and I hate be like, do this, do that, because I want to be my own boss, my own everything, you know?
And I feel like that's why people love you so much, porque tú te vale verga lo que la gente diga. Si la gente tiene algo que decir, chido, que lo diga, pero a mí no me va a afectar lo que diga la gente. And I feel like that's why people love you so much, because you really do have that attitude. And I feel like it takes a lot of balls and it takes a lot of, courage to really like get a camera and show off to the world who you really are.
Yes,
because hay mucha gente allá en el internet que en verdad a veces nomás hablan, como digo yo, nomás por hablar y porque tienen pinche hocico, and whatever comes out of their mouth is like nothing good.
Yes.
So you've been doing social media, como acaba de decir, for 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Pero hace poco you took a good break. You went MIA, te nos perdiste. You nos dejaste así. Why was that?
I just feel that everything started going good. Everything started going really good. Like, I'm gonna lie to you. Everything was going really good. My Facebook, my YouTube, everything was going perfect.
Yeah.
But sometimes you feel like I don't belong. Like, it's like I didn't have to be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, especially because once you start getting known and once you're up there, people will message you. People will try to destroy you, and people are out there messaging you and having the time to message you with all this hateful stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of got to me, and I kind of got like also because I was fighting like through depression and all this, and I'm like I don't know if like this is the thing that I have to be doing,
Yeah.
So I stopped for 4 years, and it was one day that I woke up and I'm like if you go out of the room, you turn the lights off and you never go back there.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. And I'm like I don't know. Like, I was just like, no, like, I have to take a break.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how long I was going to take that break. But I'm like, it hurt me that I was like, because people will message me and be like, oh my God, you inspire me. I'm depressed and everything. So it kind of felt like I was letting a lot of people down.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh my God, you're so funny. You inspire me. You do this, you do that. And I'm like, when I took the break, I feel like I let a lot of people down. Yeah. I was always happy on social media, doing this, doing that, doing all this for people, and people loved it and everything. And nobody was there for me.
Yeah.
Yes, even though I had all these people watching me, all these people loving me, sending me like beautiful messages like, oh my God, you're this, and this. By the end of the day, inside me, I still felt alone.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me. I was like, I felt so alone. I was like, I have to take a break.
Yeah.
I have to take a break so I could go have the same love for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me take a small break, but that small break turned into 4 years.
That's
4 years.
crazy.
I know, 4 years.
But I feel like sometimes you need to take a break to really focus on yourself because, like you said it yourself perfectly. A veces uno, what we do, a veces there comes a point where you're only doing it to please the people.
Yes.
And yes, you may enjoy it. Yes, you may be showing yourself, but like there comes a point, maybe like you said, you were doing it because you wanted to keep these people happy, but where was your happiness?
Yeah, I was just very like, I just felt alone, and I'm like, but at the same time, I didn't want people, because they always saw me happy. They always saw me like, oh, like this person's confident and everything. But when it came to that point where I was not the same anymore, I didn't want people to see that, and I didn't want people to feel like, oh, because people see everything you, even though you fake it on
the internet.
The internet, people can still tell like, oh, this is going on, So I just like, you know what? I don't want nobody to see me hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to see me like down, because they always saw a strong person and everything. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take the break. And I took the break, and I barely came back. And I was like, okay, you know what? And it was very hard to come back, especially now, because back then when I was doing all this, there was not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially like just like Mexican people doing social media.
Yeah.
Back then it was more like, like different. And now when I came back, I'm like, oh,
Y hay muchos.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, hold on, like, there's a lot now, and I'm like, I'm so happy though.
Yeah,
that so happy that all this Mexican, like us Mexicans, are doing it like really like out there having fun and everything. Like to me, it's like so good. I mean, because back then I feel like alone. I didn't have nobody that I could text or call me like, oh my god, you're gonna post a video today. You're gonna do no. Like I feel like alone. You know. Now I feel happy that there's a lot of more people, more YouTubers, more TikTokers, more everything that are like Mexicans and everything like that.
You know what's so crazy? You took your 4-year break. And in the social media world, you guys, even though sometimes we need to take care of our mental health, 4 years is a lot. Yeah. Was it scary for you to be like, fuck, I'm going to come back not knowing if all the people that loved me are still going to be there waiting for me? Or were you like, fuck it, I'm going to post, if no one watches it, no one watched it?
When I came back, I was like, you know what? I did it the first time, post something, and it went good. I was not expecting for me to post another thing and for it to go good again. I was like, you know what? Let me just post it. If it goes good or not. At the end of the day, I kind of wanted just to come back to see how things will go.
Yeah.
You know? I started posting again. It started going slow and everything. And it started going good. Okay. You know, which I'm happy.
Yeah.
And right now it's going good. My family is very like poor. I used to sleep in the living room, like en el piso. Now I sleep in el piso, but with a blanket. Now I sleep with a blanket.
Todavía en el piso, pero con cobija esta.
No, you get what I'm saying? No. Obviously, we're still struggling. But I'm like, we need to be here and work our way up there and do better than yesterday. You know? So that's why I'm like, you know what? And I started doing it and it's going good. I'm getting to meet new people, like especially like on TikTok, on YouTube, like new people now that they didn't knew that I used to do. I came back. Because everybody's like, wait, I used to watch your Facebook, but you're back. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm back. And I'm happy. I'm happy that how everything's going, how everything is doing. So I feel good.
So, you know, you talked about your family. Y yo pienso que muchos de la gente que te mira love your family content. Your family content is A1. You know, tienes a tus hermanas, a tu mamá, which I must say your mom is fucking hilarious. Like, your mom, I can watch her by herself because that's how funny she is. How important is it for you to be like, you know what? I'm going to be doing this, but I'm also going to be bringing my family along.
I always wanted to do like vlogs with my family because I feel like my family and me are todos estamos like pendejos. And I'm like, wait, what about we like post it? And what about you never know people will like it? And yeah, like people love my mom. People love all my sisters and everything. And it's like, it's good that they don't just love me. They love like my whole family. You know what I mean?
I feel like when you have, personally for me too, when you have other people contributing to your video, it just makes your job easier.
Yes.
Because it's like, girl, I hate fucking vlogging by myself. I need people to fucking be acting like fools in the back, be able to joke around with them. Oh no. It's because like, a veces hasta I be watching some people and I'm like, oh my God, they're by themselves. They're fucking boring. But when you watch other people with other people, it's like you get to see their dynamic. You get to see the relationship that you know, in this instance, you have with your sisters. Do you feel like your relationship with your sisters has always been this strong? Or do you feel like making videos together, you know, sharing each other on social media has made you guys grow, you know, even your personal relationship?
No, my sisters and me were always close. We used to back then. We used to get in the tub playing. I used to play Barbies with them. Oh, like I used to play Barbies with them and everything because we were always together. Yeah. And I took care of them since they were like babies, because my mom had 2 jobs. My mom had to work in the morning, work in the afternoon. So I was basically like their second mom, I guess you could say that, because obviously our dad wasn't there. So I used to play with them and everything. So I feel like we were always close. People be like, oh, maybe they act like that for YouTube. And I'm like, no.
Like, no, that's how we are.
Like, that's how we are. Like, we talk shit to each other. We play around with each other. But at the end of the day, we still love each other, you know? Yeah.
Does anyone ever get butthurt?
To be honest, I don't think so. I mean, sometimes we like, oh, nos pasamos. They'll be like, no, like, because I feel like all my family is very like confident and very like, they don't care.
Llevados.
Yeah, they're like, si te llevas, te aguantas, you know? So it's very like that. My family is very llevados, very like, everywhere we go, we always like not bringing each other down, but kind of like
joking with each other.
Joking with each other. So it's just, I'm like, you guys, life is like,
Too
it can
short.
finish at any time. And why are you gonna not be doing whatever you want, doing all this? Like, do it. Like, just be you and everything, and you will be happier.
Earlier, we were talking about the haters. You know, you took your 4-year break.
Yeah.
You've came back. Do you feel like that 4-year break helped you a lot to be like, you know what? Ahora no voy a dejar that these haters get to me. Voy ir con todo. How do you deal with the haters now?
You know what? Now that I came back, I feel like before I was not in a like
Good mental space.
yeah, I was not there. You know. Now I still get messages. Like I still get messages like, oh, this and I'm like, thank you. Now I'm like, thank you. I'm still gonna be doing what I'm doing, and I'm still gonna be the baddest bitch doing whatever I'm doing. Now I don't pay attention to nothing. I only pay attention to the people that love you and the people that be like, you do this, like. Those are the only people that I pay attention to. Now, if you're a hater or you message me, I'm like,
you're like, thank you for watching the video.
yeah, I'm like, thank you for watching, but I'm still gonna be doing me because there's more people that love it than people that hate it. You know.
So in esos 4 años that you were off, what were you doing?
Well, those 4 years that I was doing.
You're like nothing. I was sleeping.
The same thing I do. I sleep, eat, sleep, and that's it. No. I started working in the fields.
Okay.
So I was like, cause no, like no.
You're like, not period.
No, I was like, my mom was like, you have to work. Aquí se va a la escuela o se trabaja.
Yeah.
Yo no fui a la escuela. A mí me corrieron porque no sé, like, estoy bella y no puedo estar bella y smart. You know,
I had to choose between one.
I can only do one. Y dije, yo escogí ser pendeja y estar bella. So I had to go to work in the field. And my mom told me the first time I went there, I'm like, I could do it. Like, yo lo puedo hacer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this is hard. No, this is hard. The first day I went there, I was like, Ama, yo nomás quiero trabajar 8 horas. No puedo trabajar nomás 8 horas y ya, cállate los hocico. Digo, okay. Boy, the first day, 8 hours passed. And I'm like, ¿a qué hora suena la alarma? From high school, you know, like when the alarm rings, I was, okay, I'm gone.
Yeah.
La alarma nunca sonó. And I'm like, it's 9 already, like 9 hours. My mom was like, 1 hora más. I'm like, oh my God. Then 10 hours passed. As soon as 10 hours passed, I went home, slept the whole day. I didn't eat nothing. I came home, slept the next day, 4 in the morning, mi mamá. Ya levantate, we have to go. I'm like, again?
You're like,
I'm like, wait, I thought it was only 1 day. No, I had to go. Wait, like if I was pregnant, no me voy a poder mover nada. I was like, how am I going to do it? You know?
Yeah.
And so I started working the fields and doing all that and everything. But I'm like, no way. Like, let me go back to social media. Because when I went back then, when I did social media, I'm not going to lie to you. You know how YouTube pays you, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did a video, my mom was like, tú estás bien pendejo. Like, how are you going to do social media? Eso no te va a pagar. Eso no te va a dar nada and everything. I'm like, Ama, déjeme por favor a mí. Let me work my way to see if maybe I can get paid with this, you know? So people told me, like, oh, you do get paid in this. I'm like, let me try it. The first videos I posted, it was like a month, $100. And I was happy.
Yeah.
Like, I was happy. I'm like, I got
friends here.
Like, ahora sí nos podemos ir al buffet.
Ya cómprame cama. I'm tired of sleeping on the floor.
Yes, I'm like, oh, no, I still don't have a bed. I bought my blanket.
Yeah, we're working for that.
Yeah, we're working for the bed.
You're like, run the ads right now.
And I need a heavy duty bed because I do weigh 175. Don't be rude. All right, don't be rude. No, but yeah, I tell everybody, like, how much you weigh? I'm like, 175. And everybody's like, well, I feel like because I got on the scale and it broke at 175. So for me, it stayed at 175.
That's the last number I saw.
Yeah, that's the last number I saw. So that's the number that got stuck to my head. So I went 175. So anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep doing this and everything. And right now, it's doing good. I'm not gonna complain. It's doing good, and I'm happy that it's doing good. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know what? Now I feel like I'm my own boss. But you know what? Sometimes your head plays with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be like, today no voy a grabar. I'm not gonna record. Today I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
But my little devil in the back, or I don't know who is it. No.
Or our bank accounts be like,
They're like, get your ass
Para descansar
up.
cuando te mueras, mijo.
No, you're like, get your ass up, go to record.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to do, go record and go do it. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay home, lay down. And I'm like, no. So I fight with myself.
Yeah.
Like, I fight with myself. Like, do this, do that. So it's
Mis respetos a la gente that work in the fields, but sometimes you're gonna be like, you know what? Firmo un video aquí en casa o me voy a trabajar a las 4 de la mañana.
Yes, because my mom and my whole family, we all went through that. We all worked in the field and everything. Mm-hmm. Dijo, si no quieren trabajar aquí, do hard work wherever you have to do. So now I'm like, I was like, you know what? It's true. Yeah. So I feel like anybody could do it. Yeah. Anybody can get a camera, start somewhere, and you will do it. Because that's how I started. Yeah. And I didn't start as doing it like, oh, I'm going to get this, No, you get the camera, you do you. And I tell everybody, act like yourself. Yeah. Like, do you. Like, do not pay attention to what other influencers, what other people are doing. And you focus on yourself, you focus on whatever, and people are going to love it. I do not focus on nobody else, but I'm happy that what you do, what other people do, I'm happy for all of you guys because I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. And I feel like I focus on whatever I'm doing and I do support all of you guys and you know.
Cada quien a su pasito.
Yeah.
Cada quien a su pasito, yeah.
Trust me, if you are you and everything, people are gonna love it.
So quiero saber que me cuentes un poquito más. I've been hearing about this trailer breaking. Que un trailer se quebró. Quiero saber todo ese chisme. A ver, platica.
You know what? Every time I tell this story, people like se empieza a reír de mí, and I'm like, it's funny for you guys, but for me, it's not.
For me, it's trauma.
For me, it's not funny, pero everybody siempre me dice, one day, you know, it was a raining day, obviously. It was a rainy day.
It was the rain that broke it.
And I was, you know, somebody messaged me and they're like, do you want to hang out? Hang out. I'm like, obviously, you know, I've been busy working hard. You know, I'm a hardworking woman. You know, like I have to have fun. He's like, come over to my house. I'm like, okay. I go there and there's like a trailer. And I'm like, I send pictures of me. I'm pretty sure he knows that I do weigh 175, you know? And I was like, and I'm not going to Photoshop these pictures, you know? So I was like, you know what? Let me go. I went there and he's like, yeah, come in. Tell me why I go in there and the first 2 steps that I step on and they break. And I'm like,
you're like, you have cheap wood.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's fine. And obviously yo ya me estaba saboreando lo que yo me iba a comer. So I was like, you know what? Forget about the embarrassment. Go. So I go in there and se empieza a calentar las cosas or whatever. And we started having fun. And he's like, I always had a fantasy to do it in the kitchen. And I'm like, okay, let's do it in the kitchen. You know, I do whatever you want. We go to the kitchen, but it was those trailers that I guess like they're like parados así, pero están parados con
brick.
Yeah, y un gato.
Okay.
So I guess it got really very hard, the taka-taka, that we were having too much fun. And tell me why the trailer like falls to the side. I'm like, he's like, I'm like, wait, hold up, I have to leave. So he helps me out to leave, and it was so embarrassing because the trailer.
Midway through the chaka-chaka?
Yeah, so it was like, I still didn't have funny enough, so I'm still looking for the next one. Actually. I'm still looking for the next one.
Ya no más trailas, I don't want to wear my fun hat.
No, yeah, make sure. So no, but I tried to get out of the trailer. I got out of the trailer, and he messaged me, and he's like, who's going to pay for the trailer? And I'm like, well, not me. Blocked. I'm like, I'm not going to pay for nothing. You saw that I'm skinny. That you saw, you know, I sent you pictures, so you need to like, that's your problem now. My problem is to go home and
finish off. Like try to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.
Like go look for the next one. Not just so no, but yeah, so that's why everybody tells me that. I'm like, everybody wants to know that. So I'm like, guys, I cannot always be telling you guys a story, you know?
And this is the last time.
La última, cerrado.
Ya no chinguen, Caso cerrado.
Caso cerrado.
How did you feel in that moment? You were like, fuck. Did you ever think like, oh, sí le voy a pagar? Nah, la verga, la voy a bloquear.
No, I was like, ¿cómo voy a pagar yo algo que yo no hice? Everything, yo no lo hice.
You're like, blame the person who constructed your trailer. Te lo hicieron mal.
Yeah, but it's not my problem, you know, that's your problem now. So, but yeah, so I left and I was like, you know what, ya es tiempo. Ya es tiempo de, and I haven't gone with nobody right now que tú digas like have fun or that type of fun. No. I'm still recovering.
El trauma, amiga. You know, it's crazy. Toda la gente que te mira love your humor. Love that you're always, you know, down to crack jokes. Love that siempre contigo is a good time. Are you always this happy? Are you always, you know, making this many jokes siempre, even off of camera?
You know what? Like I'm telling you, before, I feel like I was always funny. Yeah. And I did have like, you know, my depression moment and everything. But I was always happy. If there's something bad going on, I have to make a joke out of it. Anything that happens to me or anything that like I'm going through, I take everything as a okay.
I all die. He's like, I'm glad he's resting now.
I'm gonna say the truth. I'm always happy.
Yeah.
Like especially now. You know what? When the camera is off, I feel
happier?
like I'm more like if I would have a camera on me 24/7. It's because we only choose what we're going to post on social media. So we only choose 15, 20 minutes for you guys to see. No, if I would have a camera on me 24/7,
it'd be funnier.
No,
it's crazy because the best moments happen off of camera.
Yeah, and then I don't want to be like, oh wait, let me redo it for the camera. Yeah, you know, you know what? I don't want to do that. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you know, but it's okay. Like we're gonna keep recording everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like, like if I had a camera 24/7, I feel like I will be more like funnier, more like stuff like that. But sometimes I'm like, I just want to show you guys
raw how it is.
Yeah, it's only 10-20 minutes because also I don't want you guys to be like to get bored or to be like, ay,
otro video de 2 horas.
Yeah, otra, you know, so I'm like
pinche movie,
like change it up, like. So those I'm like, let me keep it just 15 minutes, y ya.
Yeah.
Y si la gente quiere más, wait for the next video.
You like subscribe.
You like subscribe.
So you mentioned right now that, you know, lately you've been happier. What was different before?
You know what? I feel like it's because before I used to I get really bad anxieties attacks, like really bad. Yeah. And I feel like it was like my anxiety attacks were taking over and I didn't know how to control them. You make yourself scared.
Yeah.
And I'm like, back then I didn't know how to control that. I feel like it was very like lonely.
Yeah.
But I feel like I always thought that you needed somebody to be there with you. Or, you know, I was scared to be alone. I was so scared to be alone. I always had people around me.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me to be alone, especially when all my sisters started working.
Yeah.
You know, obviously they had to work because I'm like, you know who else?
They chose to work. I chose to be beautiful.
They chose to go to college and I chose to be a pendeja. So I feel like lonely back then, you know? And I didn't know my anxiety came along. Like my mom used to do that. So it was very hard. Now I feel like now I could be alone.
Yeah.
Like
you've learned.
I learned how to be alone. I learned how to make yourself happy. Like you don't need to have money. You don't need to have friends. You need to be all this to be happy.
You learn to appreciate your alone time.
Yes. And I learned to appreciate what you have, even though it's not a lot that I have, but
you appreciate it.
I appreciate that. After this, I'm gonna go eat. You know,
you're like, I'm looking forward to that.
You know, so
you're like, wrap this shit up. I gotta go.
Like, can you hurry up?
Like, can you make this the last question?
Or unless somebody wants to bring me food.
It's been 2 hours. You're like, I eat every 2 hours.
No, so you get what I mean. So now I appreciate everything that I have now, even though it's not a lot. But I love what like lo que me está dando. Everything right now, you know? So that's why I feel like it's different now. And now I feel like, to be honest, my confidence back then was here. Yeah. Now it went like, you delusional. Like, you know, like everybody tells me that. Everybody's like, I feel like you're a delusional person.
Bitch,
and I'm like, well, if I'm delusional, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So let me be delusional. Yeah. Let me live my own little world. Because I live in my own little world.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, are you really this like...
As you should though.
Like, everybody, I feel like everybody piensa like,
like, se lo cree, like in other words.
Like, do ella misma se lo cree? Like, that's how I feel like people sí me hace.
Yeah.
Yo me lo creo.
Yeah, and that's the only person that matters.
Ya, yo me lo creo. Y si yo digo que yo peso 1.75, yo peso 1.75.
Sí.
Si yo digo que mañana voy a hacer esto, yo lo voy a hacer porque lo hago. You know? Y si yo miro un size extra small y yo me lo quiero poner, yo me lo pongo.
Will fit in it, yes.
Aunque se rompa, pero yo me lo voy a poner. Aunque se rompa y me queda bien apretado y contra apenas pueda respirar, pero yo me lo pongo. So that's how I feel like I live now, more comfortable, and I do not pay attention to the haters or to no negative stuff. I do still get a lot of negative and everything because I do still get a lot of negative because I don't know. I haven't told anybody that I kind of was transitioning to be not because obviously we're gay, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I am. I don't know about you, but
I know, you look a little straight to me.
So I'm like, so now I feel like I want to be like more like known as a trans woman.
Oh, period.
Okay, you know,
That's
what I want. But I didn't want to tell anybody because I was like, oh my god, like they always seen Steven. They always seen all my social media is Steven. All my social media is Estevan Govea. And I'm like, how am I going to come and be like,
Jocelyn?
Like, move, bitch. Jocelyn is here.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like Jocelyn was always a person inside me that always wanted to come out, but I didn't let her.
Yeah.
Because of all the hate that people would give me and everything.
You had to hide her.
You know what? Now that you think about it, what's different? I think that's what is different.
Now you're not scared.
Yeah, now I'm not scared to show who I really am. Period. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, I'm sorry, I cannot do nothing about it. But I'm trying to make myself happy and do not go back to the dark place that I was at. Period. Like, I do not want to go there again, you know? I do not want to go there. And right now, that's why I'm so happy that I feel free.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you tell your parents and everything, like, your parents want to know if you're gay or you're this and that, and like you feel like
pressure,
like everything, like you feel so like tired and so like I don't know what to do. But once you let it go and let it free, that's when like I feel like you open your wings and be like, okay, you know what? This is a time for me to shine.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not shining, but even though I feel like I'm not shining, it's my delusional self. But I feel that I'm shining and I feel like I'm doing good and I feel like I'm the baddest bitch. But
no, and you know what's crazy? Your confidence literally translates so much through the screen. Like when I watch your videos, like I can see it. Mm-hmm. I can see that whatever you like say, you clearly like feel it. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you should be very proud about. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot of, you know, courage. It takes a lot of, you know, just balls to be like, fuck what everybody says. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be me. I'm going to love myself. Yeah. And I'm not going to be scared of showing the world who I am because at the end, I'm tired of living this life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And once you do that, trust me, you're gonna feel so comfortable. So now everybody knows me as, and even though people knows me as a Steven, and I don't get offended because let me tell you guys this, I do not get offended when people, because sometimes I go out to the street like this, you know, a beautiful woman like this, you know, but I go out like this, and people come up to me and be like, are you I don't know your name. They do know my name, but they don't want to feel, because there's people around, so they don't want to feel like they're just respecting me for calling me Steven or Estevan. I do not mind. I feel comfortable with you calling me Estevan, Steven, and Jocelyn. I feel comfortable with all that. You know, I don't mind you guys calling me. And I'm not going to change my name on social media as nothing else. My name will always be Steven. And I feel so comfortable when people, even though I'm dressed like this and everything, because I'm not hiding nothing no more. Before I was hiding. Now I'm not. Now I'm here, and call me Steven, call me Jocelyn, and I'm still going to love you because that's how I want you guys to love me as Steven or Jocelyn. And that's me.
Antes de que terminemos este episodio, porque ya sé que tienes hambre, ya quieres irte a comer, ya dije, I gotta wrap it up. What's something that if you can go back in time and tell little Steven, what's something that you would tell?
I would tell him, like, do not give a fuck about nothing. And do you, and do whatever you want. Because I feel like I wasted, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasted 20 years, okay, of not accepting myself, not because of me, but I'm not accepting myself because what other people will say, what other people will think about you, what your family and everything. And my family loves me. Like my family loves me. They love me as who I am. And I know that sometimes people do not have that the support from the family. But my family was very supportive with me and everything. And now I feel like they like Jocelyn better than Steven, because Steven is more like a bitch. And Jocelyn is more like nicer.
She's a nicer bitch.
No, even though when people see me in the street, they be like, you have ¿cómo se dice? Like resting bitch face or whatever? Cara de pucha. Like they tell me that all the time, like, you have la cara de pucha, and I'm like, thank you. Is that like a good thing?
Like, I didn't know I should be happy or offended.
I didn't know pucha looked this good.
Pucha, wait, where are you from? I've never heard anyone say pucha. Pucha's vagina, right?
Yes.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Colima.
Okay. We're from Nayarit, and Nayarit we say pucha too.
Yeah.
But every time I say pucha out in public, people are like, what is he talking about?
Really?
So it's the first time I've heard it out,
No, like everybody tells me that, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, but in YouTube, you're always like, but obviously, like, I'm not always gonna. I don't want people to be walking down the street and be like, that bitch is crazy. You know?
I did cartwheels and shit on the street.
And be like, hey. No, like, I know that I'm like that on YouTube or TikTok, whatever, but I have to like calm it down to fit in the street and be like, okay, is that bitch crazy? Or, you know? So I have to bring it down a couple notches. So sometimes I do have my cara de pucha, but it doesn't mean that I'm mean.
Mad,
And it doesn't mean that I'm mad. It just means that calm down.
It just means that I have my cara de pucha. That's literally what it means. That's how I feel too. Like everybody expects me to fucking be out in the street singing "Cómo estás, pinche pendeja?" And I'm like, girl, like no. Like I know when I act a fool and when not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But people like feel like you have to be like that 24/7. And I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I just do wanna relax, walk down the street, and if you say hi to me, like say hi to me and everything. But a veces te voy a contestar like, you know how you doing, like that. But I'm not always gonna be like, hey everybody, like, like, ¿qué va a decir la gente? Like, esta pinche vieja está loca. Like, la acabo de sacar del manicomio, okay, you know? So I don't want that, you know?
Like, take her back.
Like, who let her out, you know? I don't want people to feel like that.
Yeah.
And then, especially because sometimes, like, you meet people that you see on social media, and you're like, I feel like I wish I would have never met them. Yeah. Because they're very different. Yeah. I feel like I'm still the same. I feel like a lot of people say that I talk too much.
No, I love that because that's me too.
And I'm like, I know. I don't know why, but you know what? As soon as I see a camera on, or as soon as I feel like the bad bitch is out, nadie la puede callar el hocico. Sometimes I'm like, ya cállate, you know, like, pero I don't know. I just feel like I talk a lot, and now that I'm doing like lives and on TikTok and everything, yo no me callo el pinche hocico.
Which is perfect for what you're doing.
Well, yeah, but it's like I don't want people to be like,
does she ever shut up?
Button like stop, like, you know, like when is that button gonna be like stop already? I feel like I talk a lot, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let other people talk, you know, or I'm gonna let you say now. But I just feel like I really got so used to always talking, always doing this, always doing that, que yo no me callo el hocico. Me tienes que callar.
All right, you guys, so now we are getting to the end of this episode. I really want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you for, you know what? Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, no, thank you
so much for inviting me, because I feel like ya te conozco desde a long time or whatever, and I'm like, I love watching your shows and your TikToks, your YouTube videos. Yo me voy a dormir. When you post a new video, I see it and I'm like this, and I'm watching it and me estoy durmiendo.
You're bored and I fall asleep.
But I'm like, I have one eye open and I'm like, one eye sleeping, and I'm like, no, I need to go to sleep already.
You're like this.
So I like watching you. I like watching like a lot of YouTubers, and I love it, to be honest. And when you text me, I'm like, I think he se equivocó.
You're like, wrong message.
I'm like, I think he se equivocó.
No me equivoco. Aquí está, you guys. I really wanted to have you on the show. Everyone at home, I know they're living for this moment, because I'm living for it. Just as much as you say you watch my videos, I keep up. I keep up with yours too. And I am so happy that you were able to make the drive down here because, you know, just having you on the show and having everyone hear your story just makes me so happy because I know you guys are living for it and I know you guys are loving it. So with that being said, you guys, I will leave all her social medias link down below y también le van a aparecer aquí en the screen para que ustedes vayan, corran a seguirla, as well as I'll leave all of my social medias down below so you guys don't miss any future episodes. And with that being said, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.